The foundation of knowing God's voice is to know him daily, to spend time with him daily. If you spend time with him daily, you have a relationship, you spend time in fellowship with him daily, you will know his voice. It's not something you need a special training for. But we have believers, we have people who don't want to spend time with God. They only want to use God. When they are in a state where they need to understand it, they need something. Oh, they want 3 days fast, because there are preachers who have told you when you spend time with God 3 days. And sometimes we say it too, but I no longer do those kind of things. When you spend time with God 3 days, you will hear his voice. Where is it written that you will hear God's voice after 3 days? And it does not mean that you cannot hear it. It's just that there is no guarantee. Where is it written that after 7 days you will hear God's voice? And I'm not saying that you can't hear God's voice, but it's just that when we keep telling people like that, they will keep living anyhow till they need God's help. Then they will run 7 days. Oh God, speak to me, speak to me, speak to me. And even if God is not speaking, they believe that if you spend 7 days, you will hear God. So they will come out with a word and say, God told me. When you learn to walk with God daily, there are things he will tell you that you are not asking for. That's how you learn to hear his voice now. For instance, you're fellowshipping and somehow you just feel like one of your friends will visit you. You were inside with God. I mean, you were not there asking God, will your friend visit you? But you were just singing, just worshiping him. You just felt like one of your friends will visit you. And not long after, your friend visited you. You see now? You see that nobody told you that? You just felt like God is telling you something. And days after, you saw it. That was how we grew up. Now we are raising all kind of school for people who don't want to be serious with God. All kind of school for serious people in church. Okay, if you want to hear God, do this, do this. There are too many formulas to, and not just on the voice of God, on virtually everything. There are formulas. The secret to life is staying close to Jesus. We have believers who are trying to use God. Who told you? Where is it written that 3 days dry fast? When you go, God will speak to you, then you come out. And I'm not saying God does not speak to people sometimes, but there's no guarantee. Stay close to God. Stay close to Jesus. Daily walk with him. Not monthly walk, not weekly walk. Daily walk with God. That's the call that we have. Be close to God. Don't be too far from Jesus. Be close to him. Relate with him every day. Fellowship with him every day. The friends that you have, don't you relate with them? Now we have people who are gathering them and telling them how, and I'm not exactly against it, but I'm just saying that is not the foundational truth to hearing God's voice. The foundational truth is staying close to Jesus.